Welcome, welcome. Today we are going to be reviewing the well, not exactly brand new, but relatively new iniBuilds Curtis P-40F Warhawk. As you can see. I think it was earlier just today, a update came out for it, fixed a couple of things, and so I'm going to do a quick review here. I'm going to rip it around Atlanta, maybe run over to the west coast with some real mountains. We'll just have a little bit of fun with it. Do some testing. And see how it is. So as you can see, we're on the ground right now. Cockpit's open. All the panels and such are open. I'm going to reset the drone cam. And yep, that's going to move incredibly fast. So we're going to come up closer here. We're going to take a good look at the aircraft. So right now we have the tie downs on. I'm going to have to remember to take those off. But overall, the modeling is really good. I mean, if you get right up on it, of course you can see right here that it's pixelated textures, but I mean, the rivets are on there. They look nice. The texture is not perfect, but you know, it's a flight sim. It's not going to be perfect. Right over here you can see we have the Merlin engine. I gotta say, the attention to detail here, because you don't see this unless you take off the panelings. And I mean, how often are you going to do that other than for screenshots? Maybe the first time. There's the air scoop there. And the propeller, you can get right up on it. Ooh, got a little too close. And once again, it's a little pixely once you get up on it, but whoop. You take a step back, it looks beautiful. Come up. I have the guns right now. There is an option to have, you could take the guns out and put bags in instead. Come over here to the tail section. There's the trim tabs there. And I wonder what the, oh, it's the full cockpit. Can you actually, oh my god, you can. That's so cool. I'm going to reset the drone cam here, and we're going to hop into the cockpit really quick. And yes, when you have the panels off, you see it in the cockpit as well. I did not know you could operate the... Ignore that. I don't know why that's there like that. I did not know you could operate stuff in the cockpit from outside, which is really cool. We're going to make sure the mixer's up, and it looks like the throttle is opened a little too much. Oh, that's perfectly open. So yeah. Beautiful little aircraft, but we have some controllers on VATSIM, which is what I'm going to do this review on just for the ATC, because I got to be honest, I really enjoy having ATC. I am not entirely what these... Oh, that's what these are. This is, I guess this is your exterior lights. Can I click them now? No. Now? No. So I don't know if you can actually mess with the exterior lights there. I know you can get the landing lights. But yeah. We're gonna go ahead. Ooh. We're gonna get set up in the aircraft here. We're gonna start on the front wing tanks. Oh, I did not know the fuel gauge was down there. We have full front and rear wing tanks. gonna get the radio on as well. I'm gonna come up here. We're actually gonna get in 133475. And you can just hold that down. Okay. You know what? We're gonna do this the quick way. Switch it over. Oh wait, I guess we should there we go. Okay.
124 Whiskey, line approach clear to the Gulfport Airport asphalt. Maintain 3000, expect flight level 2201 0 minutes after departure.
Okay. So we're going to leave the radios off for right now. We're going to go ahead and get the aircraft started. So we are going to go over to the maintenance panel. Get the tie downs, the gun bays, the cowls put back on. I'm going to go ahead, turn the fuel pump on, and prime the engine. 1, 2, 3. We're going to go ahead and hit the starter. And as you can see, there's some smoke effects on startup, and there's also heat blur, which I think is quite excessive right now here on the ground. Oh, I can't leave the cockpit. Okay. I think it's a little excessive heat blur on the ground, and it's like blurry. It's not smooth like other heat blur. So I don't know what to say about that. Close the cowl flaps really quickly. And we should see that temperature go up there. Gonna look around, make sure all the instruments are good. Get the pitot heat on. We'll turn off the fuel pump for now. I think that's everything we need to do. Here. Oh. Okay. Well. You can't even grab... You can't grab most things over here, because then you end up grabbing the cowl flaps. And I think that's an issue. I don't know if that's going to be fixed or not. But, if we go back to the outside here, we'll put the flaps all the way down. They come down pretty quickly. I know some of the older aircraft, their flaps take forever to come down. It has a couple stages of flaps. It has 4 stages of flaps. Also to note, I don't know if this is an accurate engine sound, but apparently it was recorded on the actual aircraft. So, yeah. Just give me 1 second. And I think I am ready to get a move on, so flip on the radios here.
Which center 132.975 on the 6 Bravo Bay.
Zia, about a 2655, Atlanta departure, radar contact, climate maintain 14,000.
Climate maintain 14,000, Delta 2655.
Actually, gonna do a quick warm up here.
Atlanta approach, hello, Delta 221, did the RC1 descending 12,000.
11, 14 Atlanta approach, hello, altimeter 3015, expect Alice 27 left.
210 left for Delta 221.
Delta 221, line approach, hello,
There's 2300.
altimeter 3015, ILS 26 right.
Spec ILS 26 right.
Just
for
about
Delta
100
221.
RPM drop there.
Roger, 754, flighting 275.
Just over 100.
Say again for 754.
Still within.
754, flighting
there.
275.
275. 754.
Delta 2655, center 132.97.
Quick recovery and jam its idle.
Delta 2655, contact center 132.97.
No backfires. That was a smooth.
Second full Delta 2655.
Delta
Leave it back
2655,
on,
contact center 132.97. Good
about
night.
1,000 RPM there.
132.97, good night.
I'm gonna go ahead
first,
and,
good evening, Delta 1114
close up the cockpit,
on
which
the
does have
Harbor
an
2,
associated
descending
changing
17000.
sound.
At 1114, Atlanta approach, expect 271.
We do have a
Correct,
mirror, which you
27,
can actually
that's
see
1114.
backwards with that, so.
Action 268 ready.
268, roger, stand by.
Atlanta approach, American 1565, leaving 4000, direct football.
American 1565, Atlanta departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 14000.
Climb maintain 14000, American 1565.
Some information here, we can actually return the stick to neutral. Atlanta approach, Warhawk November 119825 on the ground at DeKalb Peachtree. Do you need us to be in contact with you for VFR flight ops?
825, affirm. Peachtree Airport is open for another 16 minutes, so yeah, you just want to pattern work, let's do.
I was thinking about doing a quick loop around the city and then heading up north and doing some maneuvers.
825, roger, say aircraft type.
P-40F Warhawk.
Or 825, runway 2 on left, taxi via Echo Alpha, cross runway 16 at Echo, advise ready for departure.
2 in left via Echo Alpha Cross 16 and advise on ready for departure November 825. Alrighty, let's get a.
Yes, 754, contact center 132.97, thanks for flying, have a good night.
Make sure they're gonna go
Center
by
on
the tail
32.
there, though.
Nightrain 268, land approach, roger, stand by. At a 916, center 132.97.
3297, Delta 916, good day.
Yeah. And a Nightrain 268, ATIS information, Romeo current
So I
at
think this is,
Peachtree.
the airport that he needs, or not the airport, the taxiway he needs me to cross.
Yeah, we'll get Romeo,
Right midfield bound, runway 29, that's a 29 hotel, runway 27, clear touch and go.
Runway 27, clear touch and go, 29 hotel. Atlanta approach, expect a full stop for this one for 29 hotel.
29 hotel, roger, runway 27, clear to land.
Runway 27, clear to land, 29 hotel.
Skyx 40 Tango, heading 185, 268, is going to be full stop.
Turn here.
We're gonna do a touch and go, Nightrain 260.
Nightrain 268, roger, runway 21 right, clear touch and go, the wind calm.
Okay, one come 21 right, touch and go, Nightrain 260.
Ooh. Okay. So when you stop, there is a bit of a pitch forward there, and I was moving a little quick. Overran the hold short, so we're gonna put our parking brake on. We already did our run up.
Okay, first, 40 Tango,
Pump
the
back on.
runway 24 to you.
Landing lights on.
40 Tango, roger, you said you want that from a specific location?
There's no.
I'd like to do the procedure turn and, runway 24 to LSP.
Roger. I'll have that for you. That 221, descend and maintain 4,000.
4000 at 221. Center 29 Hotel's going to be checking out and landing safely here at the Cobb Airport. Thanks, sir. Good night.
Good night, Hotel. Thanks for flying tonight, and you have a good one.
Delay of departure.
Bravo. 553 Tango Bravo, land on departure, radar contact, climb and maintain
like an
6,000, heading 010.
553 Tango Bravo.
At 1114, you're descending below the arrival, maintain 1000.
Oh my god, it is an A330.
1004, total 115, sir.
That's not legit at all. And approach November 825, holding short 21 left, ready to go.
221, turn right heading 250, join the localized.
That A330 is so not legit.
221 heading 250, join the
Oh my
localizer.
god, it's upside down.
Can you say that heading here for the 221?
221 heading 250.
250, join the localizer for the 221.
Oh, I love that.
November 119-825, you got traffic on the upwind is a, I don't know, I think a stunt plane for 2 on the right. Proceed on course, 2 on left, clear for takeoff.
Proceed on course, 21 left, clear for takeoff, and I do have that traffic in sight.
Thank you. Night train 268, what's your on course?
Connection 268, do a touch and go Fulton County.
Night train 268, roger, proceed on course. You got traffic departing 2 on left.
Okay, on course, Night train 268.
Okay, and we are clear there.
Back 40 Tango, give me 5 degrees.
So we're gonna...
221, 2 miles from
Stop
Bamboo, clear LS
here.
only 26 right.
Go ILS
slowly
right
put
for
in
the
the power.
221.
221 AJ, contact tower 119.1, thanks for your help.
16
AJ will contact
inches
tower
on manifold
19
pressure.
119.1 for the 221, we'll see ya.
I'm gonna release the
Yeah.
brakes, neutral stick.
73 Tango Bravo, fly heading to 0.
Just gonna wait for the nose to come down, tail to come up.
08011,560.
At 1114, you can now continue your descent at a
Now we're
7,000.
on the rudders.
Descent 7,000, Delta left
And
14.
we're just gonna
At a
lift it up
393
off
cross
there.
Eagle at 210 knots.
Eagle at
We'll
210,
get
that's
the
connecting.
gear up now.
Night train 268, 8 is information, Juliet at County. They'll be closing at 8. Oh, actually, they're open all the time. You can make a straight in, or only 26, report 3 miles out.
Yeah, train 26, we'll report 3 mile, Night train 268.
Gonna accelerate here. We're actually gonna pull it back to 50 inches on the manifold pressure. Continue on course here. Trim it out for this. Pull back to 40. And we want to be going fast, but we don't want to break that that 250. So going to oh, got a plane up there. We got about 500 feet to play with up here. Which isn't much.
TBM 3 Tango Bravo, contact center 132.907. Good night.
Or the center, 563 Tango Bravo, see you.
Tower right here, so we're going to steer to avoid that. gonna have to stick close to Atlanta. We don't want to bust the Bravo. I gotta tell you, the city of Atlanta is beautiful to fly over. We got the commercial traffic in and out of Hartsfield off our nose. Yeah. I have a cool story from like 2 weeks after the COVID lockdowns started, way back in 2020, which feels like a lifetime.
825, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, November 119825. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.
But, my dad took me flying.
At 1114, you said to maintain 3000.
And normally there's tons of planes. Actually, we're gonna do this. But, whoop. A little jerky on the controls there. Normally there's tons of... Okay. Normally there's tons of planes still flying, even 10 o'clock at night. But, that night, there was, other than us, there was a helicopter which was not on the approach frequency. And then there was one, I think it was a Southwest 737. It was like almost 100 miles away, and that was the only planes within the approach controller's scope. And that was also the day that I did not chat on the radio, but we chatted on the radio with the approach controller that night. That was pretty cool. Learned how a transponder worked, flight following and such. Climb up a bit here. We lost some altitude in that turn. I wonder if I can spot the Varsity. I just don't remember where to go for that. This is fun. The plane flies really nice. I got it trimmed out right now. I'm barely moving the controls at all, which is nice. It's holding, what is that, 250 miles an hour nicely. It is getting a little bumpy here. Whew. Hope I don't run into one of those. Do one more turn here. Don't want to get too low. Still descending. Just gonna pull a bit here. Also somewhere down here is the Georgia Tech dorms. Still descending. I obviously don't have it trimmed right. I think that might be where the Varsity is. Seems just about right. So, have that night train off our left side here. I'm gonna climb a little bit, just to get some altitude away from the ground. We're actually gonna go back to the approach frequency. See what this night train person's doing.
Night train 268, you now turn right heading 170.
Yeah, 170 heading night train 268.
They just flipped it. Holy cow.
393, are you on the arrival? I show you just a little bit to the left of it.
393 correcting now.
393, thank you. At 1114 at depot, contact tower 119.1. You have a good night.
At depot, contact tower
Skirt
119.1,
the,
that's 1114, have a good night.
airspace here. As we trek up north so that we have a higher Bravo shelf, so we don't have to bother with all that. It's kind of the last thing I want to do right now, but I quite enjoy the ATC, the chatter and such. But it's going to be very, very easy to accidentally slip into one of the airspaces, which I am trying to very carefully avoid. Hence the very specific turn.
393, got traffic 12 o'clock, same direction, a Skyhawk at 3,000.
Yeah, it's looking.
Okay. Let's see what the Bravo is here. Bravo's at
Central
7,000.
aircraft,
So we're gonna
the
pull up
full
here.
correction, Gwinnett, Peachtree, and McCollum class Delta services terminated. Switch to advisory frequency if you're there. Yep.
While we're heading up north, we might as well take a quick look at the iPad. So it has a timer here, like a stopwatch. Then we could start a timer. That did freeze up my computer for a second. While we're at it, we can look at the attitude indicator, which I think this is a funky way of doing it, where it's a static image, and as we pitch up, it scrolls up the image, and as we pitch down, it scrolls down the image, which is a interesting way of doing that. We can also check out the weather. Apparently, it is, there we go. But it's not, oh, there we go, okay. Apparently I guess you can use the keyboard to type that in, but it's highly suggested you use the clickable keyboard here so that you don't mess anything else in the plane up. We are, cooling off the engine a bit here, so we're going to do that. Once again, we have the maintenance page where you can check all this stuff out. We're out of the Bravo shelf as well. And we have a moving map. Interesting. Okay. And we'll just leave that on the radio here. So we're actually gonna... Ooh. Can we? We are having an issue with the mixture knob. I am right up on it, and it's still being taken over by the throttle. We're just gonna go ahead and do that. Yep, there we go. I'm gonna bring the prop back here to 2,700. Roughly 2,700. Actually, we'll leave it at 2,800. It's good. Interesting. Oh. Wrong button. Okay. So, to start off with, I'm just going to do some lazy rolls here. I'm going to try to keep it under 300 miles an hour. Okay, and we're also going to do a barrel roll, so we're going to pitch up, and we're going to do a full left deflection. We're going to gather some speed up here. We're going to do a right roll, full deflection. Neutral. Full right. Not too bad. I don't know, it feels slow, but I'm also used to fighters that you can snap it over really quickly. Jet fighters, that is, technically. This is a fighter. This is a pretty good fighter, actually. Snap ourselves into a descent here. We're gonna hit 300, and we're just gonna pull back. And we're up at full deflection now, and oh, putting it into a spin too. So it does not like a full deflection. It will snap itself into a spin. That was nice, actually. So we're going to climb up once again. Get ourselves headed back in this direction. Climb. While we're climbing, apparently this thing could go up over 20,000 feet, and it could climb up to 15,000 in, I think, 16 minutes, which is pretty good. And I heard from some people that it could, in some cases, like outroll the P-51 and such, which is cool. So yeah, we're gonna continue climbing here for a minute. We're up at 8,000 feet. We're just gonna do another loop here. We're gonna bring it up to full deflection, and hopefully it'll snap into a roll, or snap into a spin. There it is. We're just gonna hold this for a second. It's a pretty rapid spin, I'd say. I've never been in a real aircraft spin, but it's pretty easy to come out of. Just neutralize your control column, and I can pull right out of it, just like so. I'm going to turn back towards PDK. And we're going to do a power off stall here, so we're actually going to reduce the power to idle. And we're just going to keep pulling and pulling to maintain attitude till it won't let us pull anymore. There's full deflection. And the right wing drops into a spin here. This is a very tame spin, but as we speed up, it gets a little bit worse. So we're going to neutralize controls, put the power back in, and come out of that. Go back into a climb. So we're up at 7,000 feet, so we're actually going to reduce our power to 30 inches. we're going to do a power on stall. We'll actually, we'll do that, and we'll just keep pulling and pulling. As we slowly bleed off more and more speed. There it is. There's a spin. Snap into a spin. We're at full pitch up deflection. So we're gonna put our power back in and pull out of it. I'm gonna climb up again, just because I can. Now, I'm not sure if this has like a supercharger or anything. I just asked the question. But we're going to climb up. We're going to put it back into a spin, get down to some low altitude, do some low altitude flying. We're still climbing at 2,000 feet per minute. We'll see if leaning this out doesn't give us... Nope, it doesn't give us any more. So we're going to leave it roughly at auto lean. Yep. And we're just going to pull it into a stall again. I think, I mean, I'm not to state the obvious here, but I've never actually flown a P-40 in real life, so I can only assume this is accurate. To the actual aircraft. Continue pulling, continue pulling. We're almost at full deflection. And, oh, no, we still got a little bit to go. Come on, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Oh, no, there's the spin. So we're just going to hold it in a spin here. Holding it in a spin. Here's what it looks like in said spin. We'll pull out of it here. And now we're fast and low along some trees. Stay up here so we don't run into power lines, because I'm not entirely sure what power lines will kill me and which ones won't. And I don't want to embarrass myself that bad on a video. Because I have the little mod installed where some of the power lines you can actually crash into. Which is funny, but I don't want to do that on a video like this. And there's the road I was looking for. Rip this up the Grand Canyon. So I'm gonna get really focused in, and I don't know if you can see that. You'll see this in the video, but there's some like vertical weirdness going on here. Do some totally not legit flying here. Don't want to run into the trees. I'm sure I could go under this bridge, but I don't want to test that theory. Those are just cell towers. Those are power lines. get really focused here as I fly really close to the ground. In the trees, it's the trench run. And suddenly the traffic is floating up at how high I'm flying, or how low I'm flying. Ooh. Do some aggressive usage of the flight controls. Getting a little lag here, but that's okay. We are under the Bravo shelf, so maybe we don't play around too much. So we're gonna come up and over here, and the sim froze there. Not entirely sure why it's doing that all of a sudden. Come back to 40 inches. We're going to go land at a backup PDK here. Peachtree traffic, Warhawk, November 119-825, 45-degree final for runway 21 left. We'll be doing a full stop. So we're actually gonna come to idle here. It's getting a little foggy, but that's okay. The lag, however, is not okay. Ooh. V-pilot's being done as well. I'm gonna put out 1 notch of flaps and get the gear down. We're gonna go full flaps. Ooh. Big time ballooning. We're gonna just bring it in here, nice and easy landing. Peachtree to cab traffic, November 825, short final for 21 left. We're on the Pappies here. A little low. We are getting a little bit of buffeting around here by the wind. We're just going to come to idle. We know we can make the runway. And oof. That was a little heavy. Ooh, get on the rudders here. We can actually stomp on the brakes pretty aggressively here. Can hear those brakes. We actually made it to get off right here. Nice. We're gonna pop the canopy open again. Get the flaps up. We're just gonna taxi right back to where we were parked. And P2K traffic, November 825 is clear of the runway. We're crossing runway 21 right at the moment. So we can go ahead, fuel pump off, landing lights off. Actually, we'll leave that on. Pitot heat off. We can turn the radio. Nope, we gotta keep the radios on for the next couple seconds. And Peachtree traffic, November 825 is clear of all runways. Now we can turn off the radios. We are idling, and we seem to be going pretty quick. So I wonder what's up there. Just gonna slow it down here. We're actually gonna see if GSX will give us a marshaller here.
The chosen position is too small for your aircraft.
I'll just do that. Can't actually see the person here. Ooh. Stop. There we go. We're gonna just pull the mixture off here.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
Yep, cool. Mags off. Throttle's idle. Battery off. That landing was a little rough, but not as bad as I thought it was. I was 205 feet per minute, so not too bad. So, overall, this is a...
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
Get rid of GSX here. Overall, this is a really nice aircraft. I quite enjoy it. I mean, it looks just beautiful. The sounds probably could be a little better, but I'm not entirely sure what a P-40 sounds like, so that could just be me being picky. But yeah, overall, this is a really stand-up aircraft. It's a great plane to fly. This was only... Let's see. I bought it straight from the Indie Manager, and that only ran me $18.36 USD. So it's fairly cheap for how good of an aircraft it is. It's pretty cheap. I mean, I think the P-51 was like 30 something, almost 40 bucks. So I mean, this is a great aircraft for about half as much as the P-51 from Aeroplane Heaven. So if you want a good cheap aircraft, the P-40 Warhawk might be your thing. So we'll get all the things done. We'll take one look at the aircraft with all its fixins undone. We can come right up under the 350 cals and also the wheel well here. Ooh, wrong buttons. Yep, this is the wheel well. The cowl flaps, which we can just go ahead and close all the way. I mean, this is just a beautiful plane. Highly recommend. Is all I have to say about that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this review, and have a great night.